My name's Andrew White. I've been a custodian client since 2007. In that time, both my wife and I have accumulated 5 properties. Early 2000s, my brother and I are in Sydney, and I'm pretty sure it was in Pyrmont. It was just a small room, and from there the stars started aligning and kept running into John and custodian. And well, it was like, okay, we'll just see how this goes. We'll use all their partners and so forth. And you know, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. From there, well, then girlfriend at the time, we went down, saw his presentation again in Brisbane here, bought our first property out at Algesta. And yeah, that was like on the go from there. You know, I still kept coming to the seminars and things like that and listening and just surrounding myself with, you know, like-minded people, trying to block out all the noise of other people who, you know, as John says, there's thousands of them who'll tear you down and tell you you're doing the wrong thing. It's because they're not doing it. Yeah. And it's almost like how do you do it? They're really trying to ask you, but they don't want to ask you. I learn something every time. It may be the same stuff that John and James go over, but you always pick up something different or something clicks. So it's that repetition he talks about investing. It's that repetition in what he has to say in the 7 steps to wealth is to try to cement that in. And it's good to meet other clients and just that inspiration of what they're doing and those who are investing more. And also for those who are coming in, tell them my story and let them know that I was once where they were. And if it can help, it can help. I've always been into real estate and investing in real estate. It was something my mother sort of like instilled in me. Worked day and night to pay off the house, bought units on the Gold Coast and had them, and I could see how that was helping her towards retirement. My brother and I bought our first property in the late 80s, you know, where it was about 18% interest and all that kind of stuff. You know, I probably wasn't earning much, but we always had money to pay off the place, and we didn't really miss out. Wife, 2 kids. At one stage we were living in our investment property, and I'd had a house down in Tweed, which I ridiculously sold, looking back now. If I held that place in, you know, I bought it at $250,000 and I thought I'd overpaid because everyone was paid cheaper in that. I could have had it renting, paying $600-700 a week. Could be paying off my house right now. Yeah, well, those reservations were, it's just like, you know, the real estate rip-offs through the Gold Coast and everything. All through those years, there's always that doubt, and is it just another talisman, you know, selling something? So there were reservations, and it was like, you know, I've got 3 uncles who are accountants, and they go, what's this, you know, thing you're paying for on top of that, you know, putting that doubt. But now I know that's just money well worth spent. I've never believed in super. I never liked the stock markets. I've seen people lose too much money, and when I dabbled in both, like real estate would just stay steady. You'd never really lose it. With the share market, you'd lose it and that's it, it's gone. So I never really liked that. And I didn't like the idea of giving my money to someone else to play that, to gamble. They're gambling your money and they've got no accountability, and you pay them fees to do it. And then I think during COVID, we purchased another 4. One of the first properties were offered was at Homeview, which was a dual lock. And I just went, yep, let's go. Even if interest rates went up, it was still going to be positive. I think it was only about 3 or 6 months later then we went again to Adelaide, which and then both of them were very quick builds, 3 months. And the thing that I really like about it is you just don't have to do anything. You pay the money. You can get in and, you know, do a lot of yourself, but without having the time, raising a family, work and stuff like that, pay the little percentage to manage the property is, you know, worth in spades, because, you know, you don't even think about that once you get your capital growth in the properties. And then just kick back and relax and let them do all the work. It's really a stress-free investment. There's nothing else out there that's like that. Do it 10 years earlier. You know, if I had this in my 20s, crikeys, I think I probably would have retired probably 10 years ago. Yeah, it's one of the things I truly enjoy doing. It's, you know, the numbers, probably just the whole process. Not knowing if everything was going to be right, like from the start, to then after 1 or 2 houses, just like, yeah, you have that comfort that you don't have to rely on the pension or to be able to afford a better life for as long as possible. Just having that steady income stream, but being able to do what we want when we want. So if we decide we want to go overseas, have enough money to say, yep, let's just hop on a plane and go overseas. Or if the kids want something or we need to help out a friend, go, yep, we've got some cash, we can help you out. Just reassurance when I do stop work that I'll have enough money as long as I live. It's the cow that keeps giving the milk, right? Yeah. and I can pass that cow on.